Okay, so here we are back with our image. Also, you should take into consideration that when you upload images to WordPress, you have to take note of the file size. Now, WordPress does do some optimization for you when you upload images, but you may want to use a plugin such as WP Smushit or some desktop software to reduce the size of your images, because large images, especially if you take an image, say, from your camera, will take long to load and they will slow down your site, and not to mention, well, some of them won't even fit on your site, and they can increase your hosting and bandwidth charges. Okay, so if we go back to our media library, and this time I want to take a look at video. So if we edit, now when you add videos to your site, WordPress will automatically try and embed them. So as you can see here, we had our image on it, and we could see our image, and now we have our video and we can see our video, so we can just play our video. But other files such as, say, Word documents and zip files and all these other things that you put into WordPress, then you wouldn't be able to see them. You just basically get a link to download it. So the video is pretty similar. You have a description of the video here. You have your direct link to the video online. You have your attachment page, and you can also use a short link for that page. And let me just look at one more. Go back to our library. And let's look at a document. So again, of course, like I mentioned, with documents, you wouldn't be able to see a preview. You wouldn't be able to see the image. Basically, you'd use a direct link. And if you view the attachment page, what will happen is that you basically get a link, and if you click that link, then the document will start to download from your site. Okay, so that's basically it for the media library. Just like I said, just to keep in mind the upload size. In some cases, your hosting company may be able to increase the size so that you can upload larger documents, and that's basically it for our media library. Okay, so now that we're more familiar with the media library, then we can go ahead and add an image to our posts or pages. As I mentioned, I wanted to add the image to my About Me page. So if I just go back to Pages, select Edit Page, and then I'm going to select the area where I want to put the image. So I'll put my cursor right before the P, and I go to Add Media, and we do have a couple of options. Now, because we have media in a media library, you'll see all the media listed here, and this is the image. So all I simply have to do is click on this image and it will be added to my page. But there are a couple of other options. You can insert directly from a URL. So, for example, if you have your image, if it's already online, if it's on Facebook or another site where you have your image hosted, then you can just simply put the URL to the image and then add a title and it would be inserted. You can also, if you go back to insert media, you can also upload the file. So if we didn't have any files, or if we needed a new image, then you see this familiar interface where we can drop the files in or select the file from our desktop. So I'll cancel that because we already have the image that I need. So I'll just select the image, this handsome fellow here, and we have a couple of options. Now, it says about because that's the name of the image, so by default it will be titled whatever the image is named. I just want to change this, and since it's supposed to be an image of me, I put my name, and for the caption you could use my name, and this will appear below the image. And as I mentioned, the alt text is just to tell search engines what the image is about, and you can add a description which is really for your purposes. And then you can go ahead and okay, let me go back. Not sure what happened there. Okay, let's start again. Add media. Select our image. And we have the option to align our image. Now, if we choose none, then the image will be placed wherever we have our cursor. And if you notice, I had some text on the page, so I want this image to appear to the left of the text. So I'll put that there, and we can also add a link to this image. So if I wanted to link to another page on my site, or a page that's off my site, then I'll just simply put the image here. By default, the location of the image will appear in this tag, which and once we're finished, now in terms of size, it's just something I want to point out here. Right, because the image that I uploaded is so small, then it's the only size that you see here. But what WordPress does is, if you upload a large image, it will automatically create a couple of different sizes depending on how large your image is. And what you would have been able to do is select the particular size from this drop down list. But because, like I said, this image is so small, then it's the only one that I have available. So I can just select insert into page, and it's not doing what I wanted it to do. Okay, but no worries, we can go in and fix it. Just by clicking on the image, you'll see these two options. Now the icon on the right will delete the image, and the icon on the left will allow you to edit the image. So we go back to a screen that's similar to the one that we just used, and let me try to right align it. And you have the option, excuse me, if this were a large image, to reduce the size. Of course, you can still reduce this image even though it's quite small. And if you notice to the right here, you can see a preview of how your image will look in your post. So I'm going to right align it. Of course, you can center or left align. So I'm going to right align it and update. And it's still not quite doing what I want it to do. So, and this is how it is sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't work out perfectly. Let me try putting my cursor here. And sometimes you do have to play around with it. So add image. Align left, insert into page. And there you go. That's more like what I wanted. Okay, so you see our image, it's aligned to the left of the text. You see our caption, which says my name, and we have successfully inserted an image into our page.